What's going on, everybody? You made it to the weekend, and here we are, ready to keep you guys company. Thank you guys so much for joining us again on another week. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to follow us on the social media scene. You can find us on Twitter at @theblown_save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget, you guys can also still reach out to us at theblown_save@gmail.com. And you know what? You can find us on a bunch of different other social medias as well. Just look for us, and you might find us. Before we get started, don't forget, I cannot do this on my own. I have the one, the only, the most amazing compadre in the world, Mr. R.T. Casas. What's going on, compa?
Not much. Just all the free action, all that free agency action going on in baseball, getting me all excited.
Oh, my God, right? You have probably the most excitedness to be this week of any other team out there, I think, and we'll get to that here in a hot second. But still, congratulations, sir, on signing Mr. Freddie Freeman.
Thank you.
Yeah, after a couple teams picked up certain players, it was like, well, it's pretty much said and done that Freeman's going to the Dodgers at this point, and boop, there he is with the Dodgers. You excited? You guys have a dangerous squad, dude.
We do, man. It's very interesting. I really like it. You know, it's gonna be fun to watch them hit.
Yeah.
And, some of these players have bounce-back years, like Cody Bellinger. They could be absolutely dangerous. I believe there's no other team in Major League Baseball that has 4 former MVPs on their team.
I do not think I could think of any other team in the majors right now with 4 MVPs on their team, man. You guys are set up to win. If you guys don't take it all the way, it's a bust year, I think.
Not that. How about that? It's not easy. Baseball's not that easy.
It isn't, right? Any given Tuesday, you could win or lose. I would say Sunday, but that's football. We play baseball basically 7 days a week.
Right.
So, before what was I say?
I said, but it'll be interesting for sure.
It will be interesting. It will. Before we get into all the baseball action, let's dip into a little bit of NFL news because there have been NFL stuff going on. I have a very interesting question for you on this one, but I'm gonna read this little snippet first. Longtime NFL analyst John Clayton has passed away at the age of 67. He was a pioneer, a caretaker, and a Hall of Famer. He passed away in Seattle with his wife Pat and his sister Amy at his side. Nicknamed the Professor, anyone paying attention walked away a little more educated, said reporter Chris Mortensen. I will always remember his commercial for ESPN where he whipped out his long hair after a guest spot and yelled over some metal music and yelled to his mother his segment was over. Ma, the segment's over! As he grabbed his Chinese food out of his little takeout thing. I thought that was a great commercial. I know I said that to you and the Plátano earlier. It's one of my favorite ESPN commercials, I'll tell you that much. What are your thoughts on Mr. Clayton? I mean, I thought he was a decent analyst. I didn't think he ever stepped on anybody's toes.
Didn't he used to get into it with Salisbury all the time before?
With who?
John, what was his name? John Salisbury, the former quarterback that sucked it up in the NFL, but he was a pretty good analyst, and then that dude disappeared.
Salisbury?
Yeah.
That's why I said who?
No.
Clayton was pretty good, man. Clayton was a good analyst. He knew his thing. He was very analytical when it came to the game. But he still had a little bit of passion to throw in there, I think. So it didn't say what he died of. He just said it was a mysterious illness that took him quickly. So there's no word as far as what happened. Huh?
Yeah, Sean Salisbury was the dude's name.
Sean Salisbury? Like the steak?
Yeah, you don't remember the guy?
I don't, dude. Off the top of my head, I don't.
Man. He was him and the professor used to go at it all the time, man.
Really?
It was funny. I loved them, and they rubbed each other like they used to push each other's buttons more than me and you push each other's buttons.
Well, more than you push my buttons, because I try to be nice and gentle and loving and try and hold you and cradle you, and then you just throw things at me.
That's my way of being loving. And
I know. You and the comadre, dude. 2 peas in a pod. I swear to God.
Man, my students will tell you the same thing. It's tough love, compa. It's just the way I am. It's the way I'm built.
Hey, but it keeps me on my toes and keeps me rocking and rolling. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, another analyst 67. I mean, I don't want to say he didn't live a long life, but he had a couple more good years ahead of him. But you never know what's going to happen. May he rest in paradise, and hopefully whatever took him, it was soft and painless, and it didn't hurt too much. And you can't say anything more than that we feel sorry for the family, and hopefully they're doing all right. So to Mr. John Clayton, the heavy metal man himself with the long hair, may you rest in peace, sir. We respect you, we love you, and we are going to miss you reporting on the sidelines and those special little segments. Salute to that. Let me grab a brewski here for him here. Salute. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Let's see what else has happened this week, man. Davante Adams. Oh, my God. When this came across the wire for me, I was like, somebody's lying. Right. There's no way. They just re-signed Rodgers. I agree. How does he? Wait, no. He didn't go to the Raiders? The Raiders. No, not my midway. Not my mid. Yeah. He went to the Raiders. And then I read up, and I was like, oh, shit, he really did go to the Raiders.
He did, huh?
He, believe it? I didn't believe it even when I read it. You know what I mean? I read it, and then I was still like, are you sure? Is somebody punking me? Because they just re-signed Rodgers for 4 years, $200 million, and this was his guy. No mama's way. This was his guy. And he said, peace out. I want to go to the Raiders. So we'll get into who Rodgers actually has to throw to now. But Davante Adams said he opted out of a 6-year extension with the Green Bay Packers for a 5-year, $141.25 million contract with the Las Vegas Raiders, reuniting him with his old college quarterback, Derek Carr. He chose to go play with his old college boy and try and upset the West rather than stay with Rodgers and try and make a run for the ship. Was that a smart move? Was it a spiteful move? Where do you think that falls, Gumpa? And do you think the Adams trade to the Raiders make the Raiders a contender, or are they still pretenders?
So here's the thing. Did you know that Davante Adams was college teammates with Carr?
Yeah.
In college? So I didn't know that. That plays a big role into why he went over there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. So, do you know what college they played at?
That one I don't know.
Fresno State.
Oh, that's right. That's why the homegirl Monica loves Carr. She hates the Raiders, but she loves Carr because he played at Fresno State. That's where she went. It was her old alma mater.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude. So I didn't know that I knew that Carr went there, but I didn't know Davante Adams went there. So that caught me by surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh damn, I did not know that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big one. I don't know why he did it other than that. I mean, dude, like if you had to choose between like Carr and what's the name?
Rodgers.
Rodgers. Like, dude, really? Like, I don't understand what makes someone say, like, you know what? I'm going with Carr. Sorry, I have to go with Carr. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me in those terms.
I mean, he did say once that his dream was to be able to play in the NFL one more time with his college quarterback, and he has his opportunity now.
Yeah, man.
For all the bullshit and the hate that we throw at Rodgers, right? Or at least I do. I feel bad for the guy. He finally said, screw it, I'm going to stay in Green Bay. We're going to make a run. We're going to do this and this and that, yada, yada. And then his number one receiver goes, bye, bro, I'm out of here. Trade me.
Well, it's kind of karma, no, in some ways.
It is. All the bullshit he pulled last season. Do you think maybe that rubbed him the wrong way and he was like, fuck, dude, I'm out of here?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it helps. I'll tell you that much. Do not think it helps, for sure.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know what to say with that one. Yeah.
Okay, so the big question: does this make the Raiders a contender, or are they still pretenders?
I mean, they're contenders in that division. To make the playoffs. I don't know about winning that division. The Chiefs are still there, dude.
The Broncos took a step up, getting Wilson.
They did.
The Chargers are right there with Herbert.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, It's a difficult AFC West nowadays, bro.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Do you honest?
Loaded.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you had to put $1,000 on it right now, would you say the Raiders get into the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yeah, they get in.
Raiders make the playoffs in the wild card or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. 10,000. Do the Raiders win the division?
Ooh. No. I'm paying. Why would I pay more?
No. This is what I'm saying. Because there's two different questions. Do you think they make the playoffs? Yes or no? Yes. Not your money. Somebody says 10 G's. Go put it down on the Raiders. Do you go, fuck it, let's go? Or do you go, hey, man, you should not put that money down for them winning the division?
Pocket that money for sure.
Tell them you made the bet and hold on to the. You lost, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. Sounds like a you problem.
Leave my Cowboys out of this. God damn it. I'm not talking about them at all today.
I didn't say anything.
No, I saw you. The inflection in your tone of voice, bro.
Bro, I didn't say anything.
I heard it.
I didn't say anything.
I saw the look. I saw the look in your eye. I saw that smile. Look at that smile. You know I know. You know I know you know.
No dije nada.
On that. Okay, speaking of number one receivers, well, not really number one receivers, but speaking of receivers at least, Juju Smith has gone to the Chiefs. Not the great number one receiver that many people thought he would be over there in Pittsburgh. But with Big Ben out of there now, he took his talents over to Kansas City. Opting to be realistically the number 3 option behind Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, obviously. He is primed to get plenty of looks. Will they succeed more with him, or do you think without him would have been a better play there?
I mean, I think it's smart on his end to go there, you know?
Yeah. You got a seasoned quarterback, a winning team. The Pittsburgh Pirates, same shit right at this point. Pittsburgh Pirates or the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're both on a rebuilding mode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, there's no point for him staying there, and I feel like there's too much pressure for him to be the number one guy there. Like, he was looked at to be the number one guy.
Yeah, I don't think he ever was the number one guy. He was a solid number 2.
Right.
But never a number one receiver where you know you're going to look at this guy the entire time, because he showed this last season he wasn't that guy.
Right, yeah. So, that's kind of the hard thing there, you know?
Yeah. Do you think this brings the Chiefs into a more solid contention to be the number 1 team in the AFC West? Or do you think it's just another piece to the puzzle that the Chiefs
I really
had?
like him where he's at, you know? I do really like him where he's at in terms of that being that dude there, you know?
Yeah.
Like the role he's gonna play. I need to turn on this AC. It's hot in here.
It's because it's you, baby.
I feel like, yeah, dude, if that's the role he's gonna play there, then that's a very good role to be in. Like, I like him. I think that was a great decision. I'd like to know the numbers for him, but I think that was a great decision. He probably wants to win a championship. He wanted to be back in red, like the Trojans.
Yep. Fight on, baby.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I like it. I think it's a business decision, as they would say, right?
Yeah, you got to set if you have the ability to potentially set yourself up for the greatest percentage of success. I mean, you have to put yourself in that position, and I think he very well may have put himself in the best position to be the number 3 guy, number 2 receiver, but the number 3 guy on that offense being, or actually technically number 4. Maybe even 5, because you got to put him behind. Oh my God, the quarterback. I'm lost here. Who's the quarterback of Kansas City? Hurry, 1, 2, Mahomes. There you go. I beat you to it.
I said it before you just weren't listening.
Because you're playing video games. That's why. So behind Mahomes, behind Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's in that mix to be a very big supporting cast. He's not one of the main characters, but he's a good supporting cast. And I think being there with the Chiefs is going to be a very good spot for him.
I do too. I think it's a very good spot. I mean, Said business decision, smart, like all around. I'm curious to see how much money he signed for. Like, I don't know. There's a couple different factors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, very curious about. But yeah, man, I like it all the way around. I like it all the way around.
Speaking of guys you like all the way around and guys you really don't like all the way around or forwards or backwards, Mr. Tom.
Before we get to it, so I was reading some memes on like the whole Devontae Adams one, the one I sent you today.
Oh
you
my
know, part
god!
of Devontae's new contract was, you know, he gets 5 years, 100 and something mil, whatever that averages 20.5 mil a year, and then you know
he has to commit a felony before October 2023.
Yeah, dude, that was hilarious.
That was good, bro. I was like,
yeah, that was hilarious. Another one that I saw too was like, quick, someone check to see if the ink's dry, if Rodgers has signed the contract.
Did he really sign, or was it a verbal contract? What's going on here?
No, he had signed already.
Oh, I know. I'm saying, like, as they're saying, check the ink. Did it dry or not? Like, did he really sign, or did he say?
Yeah, they said he signed.
Oh, man. Speaking of guys that signed, the man was retired for less time than it took me to get to L.A. and back. Mr. Tom Brady is back with the Bucs after what could have been the shortest retirement in NFL history. Brady is ready to run it back. I don't remember how long Brett Favre retired for the first, second, or third time, but I do believe Brady beat him as far as the length goes.
I know Brady was retired for less time than the MLB lockout lasted.
This is true. This is very, very true. And he's going to be back for at least one more year, right? Side note. Big old side note, The man who bid and won Tom Brady's last quote-unquote touchdown for $518,628 has been reached out to by Mr. Tom Brady on Twitter, asking if he could donate a large amount of money via Bitcoin to any charity that he chooses to kind of say, hey, man, I'm sorry I decided to come back and you spent $500,000 on a football that is not going to be my last touchdown. I know I reached out to our boy Anthony, and he's like, let's fucking go. LFG, separate text messages with lots of exclamation points, like, let's fucking go. Run it back one more time. Where do you think they make it deep into the playoffs again?
Yeah, and lose to my squad again, for sure.
Well, Calvin Ridley, for those of you guys who haven't been paying attention, he was suspended for 7 games.
Dude, do you know what? I didn't catch how many games.
I want to say 7. 7 is a number that is jumping out at me, right? So forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's a couple games for betting about $1,500 total on some football games.
FanDuel, I think I saw.
Yeah, it was on FanDuel. And it wasn't even games that he was playing in. It was just other games, but he got suspended for 7 games, which is crazy to think that they would suspend him for betting on other teams' games, yet the Astros still have not been suspended any games.
I know, right?
It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit!
Different sports, man. Different sports. And they were talking about, like, well, he got suspended in baseball, like in what's his name? Pete Rose got suspended for betting on games.
He got expelled, basically.
Yeah, so
indefinitely.
A lot of different scenarios going on there.
It's crazy, dude. Do you think the punishment fit the crime on this one?
No, for sure. I feel like there's something else going to it. But he wasn't right anyways. He wasn't right with his chicken anyways.
He wasn't right with his chicken?
Yeah.
Is that what he just said?
You don't even know where that's
The chicken is too dry on this one, guys. No, I do not know where that one's from. Yes, I want to know.
Marshawn Lynch, bro. Marshawn Lynch, when he retired, he said, hey, you got to take care of your chicken before anything, you know? Bro, you don't remember that? Oh my God.
I don't, man. That was like 10 years ago.
It might have been 10 years ago, but I doubt it was. It might have been, though. Might have been. But yeah, dude, Marshawn Lynch famously said, you got to take care of your chicken before anything.
Take care of your shit before you do anything else. I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
And he was,
What do you What do you think
chicken,
Oh, go ahead.
his chicken was his mental health.
Gotcha.
What were we gonna say?
What do you think the guy who had that quote unquote last touchdown thrown by Brady spent $500,000 on that thing, and Brady's like, "Oh, I'll give some Bitcoin to a charity of your choosing." Do you think he'd be like, "My charity is me. Can you give me back my money?"
He might set up a little fraud.
GoFundMe.
Yeah. There you go. Found you one.
I found you one. Here you go. It's a GoFundMe. Just go ahead and I'm trying to raise $520,000 to cover what I spent.
Dudes that buy that kind of stuff, though, they got 520K.
Yeah. It's not like you or me.
Yeah, we're not like, fuck it, hey, I'm going to flip this bitch for another 500K, you know?
Yeah, he ain't flipping that for nothing but a middle finger right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude. So, he's I think he's all right. I think he'll be all right.
He'll be all right. All right. Let's see here. Oh, New Orleans, bro. New Orleans getting crazy with it. Shifting their focus back to Jameis Winston after Deshaun Watson. By the way, Deshaun Watson to the Browns. Deshaun Watson to the Browns right after. And do you think Baker Mayfield asking for a trade, do you think he knew already that they were going to sign him or they were going to trade for him?
You know what? That was interesting because
it was like a day later.
I had read that was not one of the options that he was going to get traded to. So that's why it struck me as really odd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think, though, that really Baker Mayfield, I don't want to say...
He saw the writing on the wall.
He saw the writing on the wall, yes.
The point is that he saw the writing on the wall, and he saw that that they were even willing to talk to him, and he was like, oh, they lost their faith in me, you know?
Yeah.
My opinion. He saw the writing on the wall. He's like, oh, they lost their faith in me, so I might as well hit the road, Jack. You know?
Do you think he knew it was happening, and that's why he asked for his trade? Or do you think...
I just think he was like, they lost faith in me. Like, the fact that they're talking to another quarterback means they don't have faith in me. Right. Well, then I don't want to be here. I mean, would you want to be there somewhere where they're talking to someone else to take your job?
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to be there. Absolutely right. 100. As you say, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought. You know, that's the way I saw it. You know.
Yeah. Well, here's a big one, right? So Watson agreed to a $523 million extension with the Browns for multiple draft picks. He still faces 22 civil suits, and get this, Artie, I don't know if you knew this, but all $230 million is guaranteed to Watson, regardless. 230,
right?
Yeah, $230 million.
131.
I thought it was 230.
I thought you said 130.
No, 200. All $230 million is guaranteed to this man, whether he is hurt, plays, or doesn't even play. He's getting $230 million, bro.
Wow. That's got to be the best contract in the NFL, no?
So far, I think. I mean, how do you... This man is still under 22 civil lawsuits right now. Yes, his criminal lawsuits were thrown out, but his civil lawsuits are still going, and you're going to guarantee him $230 million over 5 years. That's fucking guaranteed money. Play, don't play. Hurt, not hurt. You're getting that money. You just show up.
Yeah. I'm with you. I get it.
Fans from Cleveland, where are you at? Do you? How are you okay with this?
I mean, they don't have a choice.
All four of you fans from Cleveland, how are you okay with this?
Oh, you're so dumb.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So do you think New Orleans signs back Jameis Winston at this point, because they were hunting Deshaun Watson really hard, but now that he signed he got traded over to the Browns, do you think New Orleans signs not Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry, Jameis Winston in the next week or two?
Why not? I also think that there's other quarterbacks out there too that could still go over there and that could need some help.
Who do you think could go into New Orleans right now and make him a contender? That's a free agent or
contender?
I mean, why bring somebody in that's not going to make you a contender? That doesn't make any sense unless you're the Browns.
I mean, a quarterback. You think they have the rest of the talent to make them contenders? Is my thing,
Alvin Kamara.
Uh-huh.
You have Alvin Kamara.
Uh-huh.
You have Taysom Hill in the tight end position.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, and then Sean Payton walking away.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I don't think anybody's going to go in there and make him a contender,
Yeah.
So.
All right. And as if the never-ending story would never go away, Mr. Colin, I'm in the best shape of my life in my career. Kaepernick had another workout video put out. This time he had Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor in there, and still no NFL team will go near him. Best shape or not, his days on the field, I believe, are far and gone. It may be time for him to try, dare I say, to be an analyst for some network, maybe Nickelodeon. They need somebody funny, right?
I mean, I don't know what's he surviving on? His old contract? He did good investing?
Has to be. Well, okay, first off, and I may be microly incorrect on this one, but he was adopted by a well-to-do family. The family has money. I'm sure they invested the money he got from the Niners quite well. So he's still living on that, living off the Nike endorsement, living off of whatever else he's got going on.
Mm-hmm.
He's still around. He's still there. He's trying to be like, I want to play some more. But I don't think an NFL team. Do you think there's an NFL team out there right now that's like, man, we got nothing else? Go look at Kaepernick.
Nope. I think he's banned from the NFL. I think he's blackballed.
He's got that black ball on him. Yeah, no pun intended. No pun intended. We're not making a dig at him that way.
You said it.
I'm trying to make sure that the world knows we're not that type of people.
There's no we. That was you.
All right. But yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I don't think that Kaepernick's ever going to play a meaningful football game again.
No.
Maybe the Canada League, maybe the spring. What was that? The XFL spring, the Rock League, or whatever it is.
Yep.
Maybe, but not in the NFL. Yeah. I think his NFL days are done and over with. Go be an analyst. Go play over there. I'm sorry,
but
he's
going to be an analyst. Nobody's going to sign him to be an analyst.
I mean, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman just left to Monday Night Football, so that NFL NFL Sunday on Fox is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think goes over there? Do you think Sean Payton takes over for Troy Aikman?
I have no idea how that works. I don't know who those contenders would be.
Come on,
I don't watch enough of that to really know. To be honest,
you don't watch when you watch football. You don't pay attention to the commentators?
Nope. No, sir. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, if they're there, I listen to them, I guess. But I watch the red zone more than anything.
Oh, that's right. No, and that's respectable, bro. You're trying to see what's going on because fantasy, even though you sucked it up this last year.
It's all right. At least my team won the whole thing.
This is your team. Didn't call it your team till the end of the season.
Beginning.
No,
here, check the tape.
You said maybe. I guess I'll root for them because they're from LA, but you won't root for all the LA teams.
Check the tapes.
You won't root for all. Why won't you root for all the LA teams, bro?
The Angels aren't from LA. So
I didn't say the Angels. I'm talking about football. There is another NFL team in LA.
They're gonna leave. I already told you why.
Tell me again. Tell the listeners.
They're gonna leave. They're not gonna be with us. They're not going to be with us for very long.
Oh, you play for the Rams? Is that what it is?
I do.
You say us?
Twice. Yeah. On Madden.
Isn't that what you tell me all the time? Oh, you play for the Cowboys? You're in.
Don't be hating.
You're in the locker room with them? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what you said. He's a bad locker room guy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, were you in the locker room?
Bro, if you can play with the Rams once or twice, I could be in the locker room. At least I can say I've actually been in the Cowboys locker room. Have you been in the Rams locker room?
Yeah, I have.
Liar. Lies.
Virtual locker room.
I want to see pictures or it didn't happen.
Virtual locker room.
I have pictures inside the Dallas Cowboys locker room.
Of the Dallas Cowboys. I got pictures of the Dallas Cowboys locker room, too.
Me inside the locker room. I have photos of me inside the locker room.
Let's not forget how you became a Dallas fan, right?
Yes, I was born. Yeah. And I ate Whataburger one time, and I went to El Pato. My dad knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to my pops. Love you, Pop. But I went to El Pato once, had Whataburger twice, and now I'm a Cowboy fan. We're good to go.
Yeah.
For those of y'all in South Texas, y'all know what I'm talking about. El Pato right there. The good. It's like the Taco del Rio of South Texas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know.
I stopped listening to you. How you root for him.
Okay, fine. Dad, pégale already. All right, let's get into the major league of the baseballs, man. We got a lot of stuff going on this week, man. A lot of big moves, a lot of dumb moves, and a lot of those dumb moves come by my Angels. But still, let's dig into them, brother. All right, and I appreciate that you've put my Angels at the top of the list. I don't know. I thought maybe you went in alphabetical order. I saw Angels, Phillies, and then the Braves. I was like, okay, he just threw them out there. But I know you want to get mine out of the way.
I just want, to people to not remember it as much so it don't hurt as much. I don't think they did that bad. They just didn't make any big ones.
They didn't make. I mean, there's still a couple names out there that can land where they're not going to land at the Angels. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. The far have gone the days where the Angels make a huge splash, signing people like Hamilton, Albert Pujols. Yeah, we've Justin Upton,
Gary Matthews.
Oh my, Gary Matthews Jr. Jesus Christ Almighty! All right, so long and gone are those days where we're going to make a huge splash. I don't care what anybody on the Angels forums say. We're not making a huge splash. What they did do is bolster their bullpen. So they're hoping that the starting lineup can give them 4, maybe 5 good innings, and then the bullpen will take over from there with Raisel Iglesias on that back, 8 to 9. Although Madden said, I only want him to pitch in the 9th. I don't want him to do 2 inning saves, but it's there. So this week...
And
what?
And what he means by starting lineups, he meant to say starting pitchers.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's not what you said.
You're right. Okay, I'm sorry for the technical miscue.
Well, because
the audience knows that I speak.
I thought you were going to say no, because I thought you were going to say that he wants the starting lineup to get him, 4 or 5 runs.
Well, no, he wants the starting lineup to get him 400 or 500 runs.
Yeah. So
it's not gonna happen.
4 or 5, and you can say like innings pitched, blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying they want their starting lineup to get 4 to 5 innings.
Starting pitcher.
Sorry. The starting pitcher to get 4 to 5 innings in, and then hand it over to the bullpen. They have bolstered the bullpen. Is it the greatest bullpen? No. Top 15.
Tell what you told me earlier when you're comparing them to another team. You're like they, not like they. It's got to be Angels fans that are saying this. Tell me what you told me so they can laugh too.
I'm not saying a damn thing, bro. That was between you and me. It was a secret. That was compa to compa.
For those of you guys listening.
Oh man.
For those guys listening, I just dropped my earpiece laughing so hard. For those of you guys listening, Brent tried to compare the World Championship Royals bullpen from a few years
I didn't try to compare them. I'm saying that this was put on the internet.
You say, wait. Man, it had to be an Angels like blogger or Angels fan.
I didn't say it wasn't. I just said I didn't say it. I just said I read it on the internet.
The Royals, they're going to shorten up the game, and they're give them 4 or 5, and then let them run the last 3 or 4. Depending on how it goes, and blah blah blah. So yeah, just like the Royals did. Like the World Championship Royals, the Royals that went back to back in the World Series Royals. Yeah, that's not that kind of bullpen, compa.
We are not
It's not
anywhere
the kind of
near that
bullpen.
bullpen. Speaking of
I
the
can't
bull,
wait. Next week we're gonna, or pretty soon here, we're gonna have to get into like where we land in each person's division and stuff like that.
absolutely,
Because let me
absolutely.
tell you, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all the shit you're gonna talk.
I mean, but you know, I'll tell you this: if Mike Trout's healthy, Shohei puts up 3/4 of what he put up last year. The bullpen is who they think they are. You get Thor come in and get you 15 wins.
Rendon healthy.
Rondon, actually lives up to his contract and still fucking be another one of those fucking angels that does not live up to his contract. And who's playing short for you guys?
Exactly. Who?
They need to throw some money at Story, bro.
Hey,
That'd be the right fit
okay.
right there.
So here's the thing, and I know my dad's gonna be like, "No, don't say it, because if you say it, it's not gonna happen."
Okay.
But they're saying that Story could go to a few different teams: Chicago, who's the other? Tampa, and then they had like 2 or 3 mystery teams, right? Well, one of the mystery teams people are saying is on the West Coast. So a couple people broke it down and they're like, okay, let's look at which team needs a shortstop. And all signs point to one of the mystery teams being the Angels, because they have 0 shortstop. They did pick up a couple infielders. Nobody that's a solid shortstop, though. They're saying maybe David Fletcher moving over to shortstop, but you don't want to move Fletcher from second base. Fletcher's a solid second baseman. I don't think he's ready for shortstop.
Like David Eckstein at short.
He reminds me almost like a Sean Figgins, but at at second base. But Sean was a good third or shortstop. He was really good right there. But I like Sean. But he reminds me of Sean Figgins, but at second base.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's small, he's scrappy, he moves around, he gets some slappy fucking hits, bro. Slappy fucking hits.
Yeah, I get it. Let's back on track.
Okay, I'm sorry, bro. So, you got me talking about
honestly,
the Angels.
You want to hear a long shot that I think could happen? So
bring it. I want to hear.
You know why Correa? I don't know if you know why Correa hasn't signed. But if he signed with a big contract right now, his agency before that was managing him would get the bulk of that money. Like in terms of compared to Scott Boras.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that. So now, once they figured that out, now Correa wants to sign a 1-year contract and then test free agency again, right?
Yeah.
So here's a bold prediction. I think the Angels might say, fuck it, hey, we'll give you 30 mil. Come sign with us this year. Hopefully you like it. We'll have a good year. And then we'll re-sign you for long term.
There's a lot of animosity in that Angels.
Angles or Angels?
The Angels and the Angels dugout against Correa.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of animosity in any.
Again, this is very true. And even Thor came out and said, "I can't wait to pitch against this guy because I'm gonna hit him."
Yeah, well, look at Cole Hamels and fucking Josh Donaldson, who we'll get into later.
Oh my!
I mean, they're on the same team too now.
I know, right?
Like
anything can happen.
I mean, hey, compa, if we're looking at a need and a team that says, "Fuck it, we ain't getting nobody. Let's throw 30 mil at him for 1 year. We know the team. We know what it is. It's the prom date that we know we're getting easy action from. Like we know what it is. I could see that happening. I'm not even like trying to like.
No,
I
know. I can see it too. Honestly, I can see it.
And if they get him. And the way everything goes, the Angels still finish in third in that league.
A la mis madre. Dad, pégale.
Hey, but third might get him a playoff spot.
At this point, with fucking 42 playoff teams in this season.
Gets him in, wild card,
Only the Marlins and the Rangers don't make it in. That's all.
Rangers might be finishing ahead of them.
Okay. The Marlins and the Pirates are the only 2 teams that don't make it in the playoffs.
Who's the Orioles?
Oh, the Orioles. There you go.
Who's a bad team in the American League? The Orioles.
We need two. We need 2 on each side. So the Marlins and the Pirates on the National League. The Orioles and the. Give me one.
Cool.
Don't be an asshole, but give me one.
I kind of want to say the A's because they went with a whole bunch of minor leaguers, but those fools find a
They always find a way. They always find a way to win. Yeah.
And it can't
the
be
Tigers.
I was gonna say them, but they picked up some players this year.
But they lost Robbie Ray. You know? They lost some
Robbie
pitching.
Robbie Ray was with the Blue Jays, homie.
My bad. Who was their pitcher that they lost? They lost a pitcher.
Not say.
Big pitcher name. Hold on here, guys. I always like when Artie's the analytical guy and knows all the things I'm trying to say before I say them. And then he doesn't. And then I'm like, damn it.
Hey, the Royals? The Royals are kind of bad, too. Royals aren't very good. I mean, definitely, the doormat of the American League has to be the Orioles.
It has to be, dude. It has to be.
Man, it's really not that bad other than the Baltimore. It's like Baltimore's there by themselves. And then it's Kansas City and Detroit probably next up, in my opinion.
Okay. So there's a bottom 4 or 5, guys.
Yeah. So, and then it's the Angels.
Yeah, we're still making the playoffs in that 42.
That's what you said last year.
42 game, 42 team playoffs thing.
I got more jokes coming for you guys. Don't worry.
Let me ask you a question.
Good. Yeah.
How do you feel about the robotic strike zone?
It takes the element of the human element out of the game. I feel like they're trying to go away from that a lot. They're trying to take a lot of the human element out of the game. Like, I can't stand all these replays and stuff like that. That's why they're going with the expansion of the base, you know?
Yeah.
To make it a little more obvious and stuff like that. To help with the neighborhood rule.
I honestly do like what you brought up, I think last week or in conversation, where you said that they should do like the like slow pitch softball, where they have that separate base right next to first base, so you cut down on the collisions. You can have a legit camera on each one of them synced up, and you could tell when one hits or the other one doesn't. I like that idea. I'm not sold on the larger base, but there's nothing that I can do about it anyways. It's not like I'm playing on that motherfucking field, but nice stuff.
Right. Yep.
All right.
Let's get into the rest of the free agents.
Let's do it, baby. The Phillies, Kyle Schwarber signed a 4-year contract. No numbers are disclosed at this time, but he is there for the next 4 years. Mr. Kyle Schwarber there. Nick Castellanos is also there. 5 years, $100 million.
That was breaking news.
It just happened today, a little while ago. And then they signed up Mr. Brad Hand for another year, $6 million, and Jeris Familia. That was a surprise there. 1 year, $6 million. So the Phillies are looking good, baby.
They are looking very good, man. They're looking very
contender. There's no even if I said contenders or pretenders, there's no question on this one. They actually look like contenders right now.
Right now, for sure, contenders, no doubt. Do they take that division? Maybe. Not that the Braves, I mean, they lost Freddie Freeman. I understand they got Matt Olson, which we'll get into later, but
yeah.
I mean, Freddie's different from Matt Olson, Matt's good, but
Freddie's Freddie, man.
Yeah,
Freddie did pen that farewell letter to Atlanta, and from the interviews and stuff like that from other Braves players, they were at all shocked when they traded for Matt Olson. The GM was in tears, saying it's one of those hardest decisions that I've ever had to make. He's been a GM for the last 10, 12 years or whatever he said for different organizations.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it about that. Freddie Freeman said today that the only time he got phone calls from them was a check-in phone call before they went into the lockout, and then after they called him one time afterwards, and that was it.
That's terrible.
How bad was it?
That's terrible. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's bad? Man.
But Chipper Jones told him, like, hey, man, if you're making them like, hey, take it or leave it, this is what I want, this is what I need to stay here, he's out there not going to do it, So it's a double-edged sword, but I mean, dude, if you didn't make an effort to even like communicate, like, man, like, hey, we can't come a little closer in the numbers, like nothing. He said he got 2 phone calls, bro.
That's
Phone
ridiculous,
calls
man. For a
from
player
that
of
man.
his stature to only have gotten 2 phone calls, one before,
Yep.
one after, like, come on, man. You're not even trying at this point.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And Freddie, they asked him, they're like, oh, did you see the tears about the gym? He's like, yeah, I saw them. And then he didn't say like at that moment. Again, I'm doing a lot of transcribing, so it might be out of context type of
yeah,
stuff.
no, go ahead.
Then he went on and said, he's like, I got 2 phone calls from them. He's like, I got 2 phone calls from the Dodgers as soon as like free agency became available again. He's like, I was at I got phone calls from so and so like at someone's wedding while Nelly was performing. Let's just get married at Mookie Betts' wedding and stuff like that. From like Dodger players saying like, hey, don't forget about us, we want you and stuff like that. Like, dude, they courted him a lot more,
Yeah.
you know? But we'll get into that in a second. I don't even know. Oh, we're talking about, I don't even know how you went. Well, we went. Oh,
We did. We're at the Braves.
Yeah, so no, you were at the Phillies, and we're talking about the division and stuff. And I
Oh,
think
yes.
the Phillies gotta
yeah.
be,
It was
in
a
my
good-
opinion, I think they now become the front runners on paper
Okay.
prior to starting the season, the front runners to win that division, you know?
Okay.
In my opinion. But they got Acuna back. Remember, Acuna was hurt
Yeah.
last year, bro. That dude's a superstar. He's, in my opinion, he's what Trout used to be. You know, like he's a dude that, you know, could drop 40 bombs and steal 30 bases. You know, I mean, that's no knock on Trout, but
No, I know.
told you, I don't think Trout's ever going to hit 40 tanks again. I told you he's never
He's a
going to hit 50.
30 guy.
Yeah, Trout?
30 home runs and 30 doubles, bro. You didn't say what 30.
That's a good one. You got me.
I didn't say what other 30 it was, compa.
He's like a 30-10 guy.
Hey,
now,
bro.
right?
Bro, I had that
And
one.
he's a mid-30s.
I had that one in the holster, waiting for
Yeah,
you, bro.
that's
I had
good.
that
Yeah,
because
that's
I saw
good.
you go, no. Oh, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, you got me. Walked into that trap.
Yeah, I get one every once in a while, guys.
Yeah, I think he's a mid-30s home run guy, maybe even high 30s, you know, but he's not going to be a 40. But Acuna is a legit contender to be
Yeah.
40-40.
Oh yeah,
Legit contender to be 40-40. So
killed my fantasy baseball league last year.
Oh, I know, right? I had him in one league too. So, anyways, getting into the Braves, Kenley Jansen, my former Dodger closer.
That
was
one,
getting a heart
I
attack
mean
a lot,
that one.
was 1 year, 16 mil, 1 year. He's
I mean, he's getting paid.
before he retires.
He's getting paid,
Yeah.
right? That one's surprising to me because he was Davy Lope's guy.
Well,
Or
Davey.
Dave
Roberts.
Dave Roberts. He was Dave Roberts' guy. It was his guy. He
Yeah,
held on to him
he
tighter.
the whole time.
He
Yeah,
held
did.
on to him tighter than Jesus.
And I was fine with Kenley going somewhere else for a multi-year deal. And I told you I thought he would go to the Angels. Remember?
Yeah, we did. We had this
I told
conversation.
you, I like, man, he's gonna go to
Angels 2 or
It
3
makes
years.
sense.
Him
Yeah,
be
you know,
the 8 inning guy, and Rossi will be the 9 inning guy.
That's the problem. He's not going to ever give up that 9 inning, you know? Like,
Yeah, I
he's
know.
not going to give up that 9. He doesn't want to. But to sign a 1 year, bro, and go somewhere else, I don't know, man. For someone that
The Dodgers could have kept him for a
yeah.
year.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, man.
Do you think the money spent on Freddie Freeman was a deciding factor on letting Canley go?
Well, let's get into that then. Let's get into it since you want to jump into it. So the Dodgers signed Freddie Freeman for 6 years.
6 year, 162.
Right?
Yeah.
But 140 of that is up front, meaning like within there. The other 22 mil is deferred. So now I don't know what the hell that means. I'm going to be honest. But everybody's talking about basically they got Freeman for 140 mil.
So
Does
they
that make
did.
sense?
Okay, so what happens with the deferred payments, right?
Mhm.
So after the contract is over, so
Mhm.
after the next 6 years,
6 years?
the other 22 million. It's kind of like Bobby Bonilla getting paid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He gets paid after the fact on the side. It's a deferred payment. It's not. It doesn't go towards the
cap?
the cap.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a good... Dude, 6 years, 140?
And you get 22 on the side. Take it. Yeah.
So when you ask, like, hey, dude, I think the money was a big thing. I think Canley was a little bit of two things. I think it was he wanted money. I think he wanted a multi-year deal. I think he wanted to go somewhere where he's the closer, not a setup guy.
Yeah.
So then you start looking around the league like, okay, who's going to be a contender? Probably in the NL, so he can stick it to the Dodgers if he can. That can be that's going to give him money, and that's going to be a closer.
Right.
So if he went to the Giants, I think he'd lose all disgrace, and nobody would ever want his ass back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was one.
I hear you knocking, baby. Let me in. Let's go. Keep going.
Yeah. So I don't think he'd be there. So then it just starts looking at, okay, what other teams that are contenders are going to be there? You got to look at division leaders. Phillies just picked up a bunch of dudes. They're not going to go there. The Braves were the division leaders, and they struggled with the closer role.
Yeah.
They struggled right there. So it made total sense. Because then you got the NL West and the NL East. NL East, you got the Mets, who were probably like primed to be that team to run away with that division now.
Mm-hmm.
But they have I forgot, it's Trevor May and who was the other dude? Oh, the dude that they got from the Mariners a couple years ago. I forgot his name right now. The right-handed pitcher. But they got that dude, They got Trevor May and him. So they're like, dude, well, I'd be third in the pecking order there. You know what I'm saying? So the Braves, to me, make the most sense.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they offer him $16 million. Look at the contracts on these other relievers, dude. They're all in like the single digits. None of them are double digits.
It's true.
They all got single digits, dude. I mean, the highest is what, $6 million?
Yeah.
And look, that dude got a 1 in front of his 6, for 1 year.
Yeah.
Ah, man, he's like, all right, well, if I get to be the closer on a contending team, why not?
Yeah.
So that's what I think he did, my opinion. Nobody wanted to sign him multi-years, and nobody that wanted him to be their closer offered him multi-years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. A little bit of a you guys don't want to give me my double-digit money. And ahí está. Who closes for the Dodgers this year? Give me my boy's name. Come on.
I like Mr. Gasolina, but it might be Blake Trinan, man.
Really?
Blake was pretty nasty, dude.
He was.
Why not?
I like Brewstar.
Yeah,
bro.
Man. Maybe they make him the official 8th guy because Blake was the
Trinan was
guy before.
Trinan was handling business, bro.
Dude, and he went on and set that AL record with the A's a couple years ago.
Se le quita,
A's.
Yeah.
And then he had a really bad year, and then the Dodgers took a chance on him, and then they signed him for 1 year, and then they signed him for a 2-year deal. So this is, it's his make or break year, I believe, too, because this is the second of his 2 years. So then why not make him the closer and say, hey, well, look, you want to make more money? Go out there and close the games and make more money for us. That's how you can get it. So I think it's a win-win for the Dodgers. It gives a chance to Mr. Gasolina to really be groomed to be the closer, because that's what happened with Canley.
Yeah.
Canley was like the setup guy for like
he was a
3
pitcher.
years
I mean, he was a catcher who got moved to a pitcher.
Pros.
And I know, but he was a catcher who got moved to the pitching position. And they said, "All right, cool. Let's just make you a closer." And he was shutting stuff down.
Make you a reliever.
A reliever, and he moved into the closer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he was the number 8 guy, for like 3 years before he finally moved in. And I think that's what's going to happen here too. I think they're going to move him into that position. So yeah, he's going to be the 8 guy, and I think Blake's going to be that number 9.
Yeah,
my opinion. So.
Right on. And speaking of Braves, Dodgers, we're going to skip a little bit right here ahead, and we'll come back here in a second. But long-time Dodger, short-time Brave, now a Giant. Oh. Mr. Jock Peterson, 1 year, $6 million. Tell me how you really feel, Artie.
So, okay, you got to understand context, right? Everything's context. He's from the Bay Area, right?
Right.
He's from You knew that? He went to school out in like Palo Alto or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I actually read that, so yeah.
So I understood. I'm like, he's staying close to his roots. He might not be a Giants fan, but I mean, bro, 1 year, $6 million. That means there wasn't a lot of offers on the table. Let me tell you. For an everyday player or a platoon hitter. I mean, let's look at the numbers on the table.
Also, with a lot of open DH spots too, because he does have some power.
He does, especially against righties. You know?
Yeah.
So I was really surprised that he signed for, like, I was like, bring him back. Bring that back. Bring him back. Open
Do it.
arms. Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa. You know? And so I don't understand that. Like, other than he's from the Bay Area, I never heard him say that he was a Giants fan, you know, and he came up through the Dodgers organization. But to sign dude, Nelson Cruz signed a 1-year, $15 million contract with the Nationals. Like a dude twice his age. Not twice, obviously, I'm exaggerating. But a dude, at least 10 more years older than him?
Yeah.
Signed for more than twice as much as him? Like, man, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, you know?
Something's got to be very, some people are talking to the wrong people, and he, I mean, realistically, dude, he's a great left-handed hitter against righty pitchers. You bring him in as a DH or a late bat to come in to pinch hit. I mean, there are and
solid defense.
And once again, there's 15 other teams now. 15 other teams that now have a DH. How do you not bring that man in?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't understand for that small. I feel like they got a bargain for him.
Yeah. The Giants got a steal on that one. Maybe he wanted to do that hometown, discount or whatever. But
maybe.
They made it happen.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else got robbed. The Rockies.
Oh, my God, bro.
Dude, the Rockies got Chris Bryant for 7 years, $182 million.
$182 million robbery, and that man is sleeping at home safe and sound.
Yep, that dude has a history of health issues, right? He's going now. Here's the thing, though, right? You gotta again context. This dude's already won an MVP. This dude's already won a World Series. So he's like, I got mine. I'm cool. Now let me get mine, the cheddar, right?
Yeah.
Let me go over there and put up some Hall of Fame kind of numbers in that thin air. You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective because, dude, Nolan Arenado wanted out there. Trevor Story is leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you see the writing on the wall? They're talking about, like, dude, they basically signed an older version and not as good of defender of Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
And so then I've seen other things like, oh, man, that's going to be a really nice contract when he's playing for another team in 3 years because he wants out of there, which I totally agree. Like, that's what a lot of these dudes do. They go sign with the team who offered the most money, a la Alex Rodriguez with the Texas Rangers, realizes that team is not committed to winning because you took up all their money and says, I want out of here, and it's, blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
So, I mean, dude, he just went in there, he stole their money. He's what would you say, like, over, under home runs? I say 30 marker, because his big issue is staying healthy,
Over, under.
He's over 30?
Over, under 30.
Yeah,
I want to say over just because he's in Colorado.
He's in Colorado, right?
That's the only reason. If it was anywhere else, I would say under. But because he's in Colorado, I say 30. Or over 30.
Do you take the over under 100 RBIs?
Over. Just because he's in Colorado.
I'll take the under. Over
105.
Under runs.
105.
Over under runs scored.
Under on that one.
Taking under 300 batting average.
Oh, under.
Under for sure.
He's going to be feast or famine. Either he hits it or he doesn't.
Over under 125 games played.
125. Damn, bro. Why 125? Why not 120? Shit. Under 125.
I'm going to say over. I think he's going to be in the 130s.
I thought he was going to be like early 120. That's why if you would have said 120, I would have said over.
Yeah. Yeah, see. I mean, start taking all those things into the scenario,
Yeah. So yeah, Chris Bryant, I 125. I think it's gonna be like 122, 123. If it was 120 or over under, I'd go over. But 125, I think he's just under. How many games you got?
I got the over. I think he's in the 130s because of the DH slot. I think they put him in there from time to time.
Okay. Hey, salud.
Sorry, I was coughing.
Oh, good God, COVID. The Cubbies. The Cubbies made a splash. Jesus. I mean, it was a splash overseas, but they brought him here. Mr. Seiya Suzuki, 5 years, $85 million. And he had his press conference today, and they said, why are you wearing number 27? He said to reporters, he wears 27 for Mike Trout. Mike Trout, I love you, Trout, is what he said. Maybe not in that accent. Maybe I did that, unflatteringly. But he said he loved Mike Trout, and that's why he wore number 27. So he looks like he's already scheduled to miss the playoffs in half the season. I love it, Artie. I love it, Artie. Oh shit, guys! Artie always has the best. Look, he's crying. He's laughing so hard. But yeah, hey, does this make the Cubs a contender, or are they still pretenders?
Hell no, they'll be just like the Angels in number 3 slot right there.
Why do you have to? Don't bring them into this.
You did with that number 27 jersey comment.
He said it wasn't a comment. He said this live on his press conference. He said he wore 27 because he really loved Mike Trout. And he said, Mike Trout, I love you. That was him. That was not me. That was not me trying to say something. That was him saying it.
All right. I agree. I don't know what to expect from this guy. He's supposed to be pretty legit. I'm kind of surprised that he went to the Cubs, but I mean, whoever throws money at him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's really the dude that they think he is, I mean, damn, that's a steal, right?
It's a huge steal because most of that money is going to the Hiroshima Carps.
Uh-huh.
I think they get like 80% of that. And
do they really?
Yeah. He's going to end up getting like the 5-year, $25 million altogether or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I think it's a steal if he really. I mean, if he goes 2020, it's a good contract, right?
Yeah.
So and the Cubbies got to do something, kind of bring some excitement to that fucking team, or else people aren't going to go watch.
All they have is the green wall, and that one's dying.
Yeah,
it looks a little brown.
They got rid of all their main players.
They did.
Brian,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're all gone. Who are they going to go over there watch?
They're going to watch the Moss Grow, bro.
Yeah.
Look, I rhymed. The Moss Grow, bro. Come on, man. You got to give me a little credit on that one.
Yeah, it was very creative.
You haven't had enough drinks, is what it is. That's what I'm going to throw that one out there. Your boy, Zach Greinke, 1 year with the Royals. He's back with the Royals, man. 1 year, $13 million. Does that make the Royals any better?
They're trying to contend. I see that they're trying to get that starting pitcher. I heard like Luis Castillo from the Reds is in play. I hear Sean Manaea from Oakland's in play. So I don't know, man. It just kind of depends on what else they do. But I mean, I'm not a big fan of Zach. Zach's throwing like 80 something now. He's not throwing very hard.
He's throwing junk at this point.
Yeah, I think it's funny how Zach kind of tells everybody what he's going to throw before he throws it now, though.
Yeah, it's entertaining. But if you tell some guy, I'm going to throw an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, here it comes, and you throw it, they're going to hit in the parking lot every time.
Yeah, well, not every time. He told it to people last season, and they still didn't do it, so I don't know.
I don't think he threw it at 89. He probably threw it at like 79 and threw people off. Yeah. Had them roll over like, you son bitch. You said 89, that's 79. Who else got the Yankees? Speaking of which, right, the Yankees, they signed Anthony Rizzo for 2 years, $32 million. Million dollars. Is that funny little TikTok I sent you and our boy La Platano over there for the Yankees? They're like, we're gonna sign a freaking first baseman. I was like, yeah, which one are we getting? Or who are we getting, man? Are we getting? They're like, are we gonna get freaking Freddie Freeman? Nah. Are we gonna get so? Nah. And they're like, we got Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a solid player. He's not what they are trying to pay him for. I think they're paying him like as you've said it before. I think the best. They're paying him for what he did in the past, but what they're hoping that he's going to do again.
He's a team guy. He's a team leader. Who's the leader on that team? Would you say? I mean,
Stanton and Judge, Gary Sanchez.
Yeah. No, he's gone. Homie.
Oh, is he?
We'll get into that.
No, Glaber's not there.
Yeah, he's gone too.
I want to say Stanton and Judge. That's my final answer.
You sticking to it?
I'm sticking to it. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a leader. I think he's what they needed in there. I think they're paying him at a decent price. Nothing. I mean, they're not paying him in the 20s. They're paying him 16 mil. You know.
Yeah.
That's the kind of player he is. 16 mil. I'm all right with that. And considering they didn't, want to pony up for Freddie. Freddie probably didn't want to go over there, to be honest. So.
I mean, Freddie's from SoCal. He doesn't want to go to New York for what probably is going to be the last part of his career, realistically.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
And he's going to go somewhere as an actual contender. The Yankees are feast or famine. They'll get hot, they'll get streaky, and then they'll just fall apart.
Yeah, just like reminds me of the Cowboys.
Bro, all you do is cut me deep.
Why? It's the truth.
It's not the truth.
Yes, it is.
Don't compare the Yankees to the Cowboys.
They can't. You're right. The Yankees have more championships.
This is very true. And I know Evan's laughing his ass off right now, so go fuck yourself, Platano. Let's see here. The Nationals got Nelson Cruz a solid DH for, 1 year, $15 million?
Yeah, poor guy's been on 1 year contracts for like how many now? 6?
I was going to say 6 years.
Yeah.
But he keeps producing. I mean, he's there for what they need him for. Hey, we need a pinch hitter. Hey, we need a DH. Here you are.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's a pinch hitter though. I think he's a DH specialist.
And like with what we were talking about, Pujols. I don't know if you brought him up here at any point in time, but he's one of those guys that with 15 other teams becoming eligible for the DH, you have the opportunity to keep playing. And if he can hit the ball, I mean, he's hitting the ball.
Yeah, he swings it like he's playing softball for sure.
Oh yeah, he's trying to go deep every time, and if he doesn't go deep, he's an out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a plus 15 speed, where Pujols is a plus 1.
Yeah.
But still, you know what I mean? If they need, I mean, I think he's a better option right now than Pujols. So the Nationals get that. Does that make the Nationals contenders? It helps them minimally, but I don't think they're contenders because of that. Because of that move, I should say.
Right, I agree.
The Blue Jays, they got UC Kikuchi. He's an all-star. Starting pitcher.
He's an all-star starting pitcher.
3 years, $36 million. The Blue Jays are looking fucking solid, bro. Forgive my French, everyone, but the Blue Jays are looking solid. Do you think the Blue Jays take the AL East?
Yeah, I think this is the year, man. I think this is the year they make some damage here. They made a lot of moves. That was their big free agent pickup, which takes the place of losing Robbie Ray. I mean, granted, it's funny because they switched teams. I don't know if you knew that. Because this dude was on the Mariners last year. He was an all-star starting pitcher for the Mariners.
I saw him a couple times playing the Angels.
Yeah, not as good as Robbie Ray, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, they literally switched teams. So then I found that very interesting. But, yeah, so now he's over here with the Blue Jays. So they added depth to that starting pitcher now. And I really like it. And we'll talk about it a little bit more once we get into their trades. Because their trades really put them over the top, if you ask me.
Okay. So Kikuchi, 3 years, $36 million. So let's get into the trades now. We had the Yankees and Padres get into it. I want you to go ahead and lead this one, Copa.
Yeah, so the Yankees traded for their disgruntled first baseman. That dude's been talking smack all offseason, so it was only a matter of time before that dude got traded. But they traded him for like a minor leaguer, Justin Lang, a starting pitcher. Interesting note, Justin Lang was born on 9/11, bro, when the attacks happened. I saw that on there. So I thought that was interesting. But they traded him. I don't know if it was a coincidence or what, but the day after he got into a little scuffle with Anthony Rizzo, apparently Lou Voigt was picking on a whole bunch of the younger guys, and Anthony Rizzo, all right, that's enough of that BS. Like, you ain't that dude, to be picking on everybody and be hazing them and stuff like that. And they got into like big old heating argument, like a verbal argument before it got really physical.
Right, that's what I heard. I heard that it got physical. Do you have any details on the physicality of that fight?
No, I do not. I heard it didn't get physical, that they stopped it before it got physical. What you eating there?
I heard that it actually did get physical at some point, but they had to be restrained and pulled apart.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
I was told that they got pulled apart before it got physical.
I didn't think it was. From what I heard or what I read, it was like on the cusp, right? They had each other there, and then they got pulled apart, like it was about to go down, and nada. But then he gets fucking traded. Bye, fool.
Yeah. Next day. All right. That's it. Put him over the top. He was odd man out over there on.
It was.
Team,
so. Let me ask you a question. Does Luke Voigt being the new DH for the Padres help them catch up to the Dodgers there? Or at least leapfrog the Giants?
No, considering Fernando Tatis, though, they're playing on motorcycles, breaking his arms and stuff.
How do you do that?
Breaking his wrist.
Out for 3 months at least.
When they asked him, they asked him, they're like, they asked him, so what happened on that motorcycle or accident, right? And he said, which one? Which motorcycle?
That's like, fucker, dude, what are you doing?
You're more than one? Yeah, man.
Oh, mames, pendejo.
Yeah, so dumb, dude. Like most of us were.
Whoa, I got a little, were you moving your earbuds? Because you were cut off a little bit.
Yeah, I said, like, when we're all young, we all think we're invincible,
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on my children, my older ones. We'll be here for another 3 hours. Nobody wants to hear that stuff. But yeah, no, it's an idiot move on the part of Tatis. I think this is going to hinder him. And I kind of mentioned this earlier in the week, and you said, bro, Hall of Fame? Bro, he's not even close to it. I said, well, it's going to hinder him later on down the road. He's trying to play. One of the biggest things about the Hall of Fame that I think is longevity. How long you play in the game, how long you play in the game greatly, or how long you play the game well. And him hurting himself, basically, is hurting his opportunity to show how good of a player he is. He's a great player. No se le quita. Right? You can't take it away from him. He's a great player. He's making dumb decisions.
Yeah. Yep.
And those dumb decisions are going to hurt him in the long run.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think so.
He still officially has not played a full season. He still has not played an official full season, and he won't until next year. Maybe it'll be the year.
Maybe next year. Maybe the year after.
Yeah.
Maybe is it going to be something every year? And that's what's going to keep him from being, the great player that potentially, the ability wise that's there for him. Is that this is what being a pendejo, basically? For those of you guys who don't speak Spanish, pendejo means being a dumbass and making decisions that are not helping you but hurting you in the long run.
Yeah.
So there you go. We had the A's and the Blue Jays, right? They made a trade.
Yeah, in the Blue Jays, they traded Matt Chapman, my fellow Titan,
Tossed up.
to the Blue Jays for a few guys I've never heard of before.
I'll take that guy on the left. The guy they pulled up the picture, and they were like, "Let me find 3 guys who I don't know who they are. Give me 3 faces. I don't know that guy. Third row, second guy on the left with the weird beard. I'll take that guy, and then the guy with the sideburns. I don't care who they are. Just give me those 3 guys.
Those will work. They'll work. He'll be good. Dude, so Chapman, but apparently Chapman had turned down a monster contract from the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
But I mean, he might have turned it down because he saw the writing on the wall that the A's aren't serious about being contenders. And look, they shipped out 3 big players, you know?
Huge players.
Yeah, dude. Or two big players, right? They shipped out 3 or 2?
2 or 3?
2. Yeah, 2. 2 as far as I can see.
Okay.
2 big ones. They're 2 biggest players, though, you know?
But that's what the A's do, though.
That's what they do, man. And it was funny because I have a friend who's, or a semi-friend, who's an Oakland A's fan.
Uh-huh.
And he said, why can't we just trade the owner for once?
Ahí está. You said it. You said it right there. Let's trade the owner. Let's get another owner. Don't get Artie Moreno because you ain't going to do shit anyways. I don't even want to. I don't want to talk about the Angels, bro. I just don't want to do it. What else?
You brought it up, not me.
I know. But so the Braves sent over Christian Pache and 3 other guys that we didn't see, right? Or we don't know.
Not in that trade. That's another trade. The
okay.
A's, the A's also traded away Matt Olson, but they got a pretty good hefty return from the Braves. Though they got Christian Pache, and he's pretty good, man. He's a pretty damn good player, and 3 other minor leaguers that I hadn't heard of. But that dude's pretty good, man. So I was like, okay, they're gonna get a trade off. But is it me or is it Starling Marte with Oakland?
Yes.
So and he was their center fielder, so that's gonna be interesting. But
I don't know if he's gonna stay center fielder, but I think he might go left. But speaking of minor leaguers, and this is my caveat. I've been trying to figure out a way to do it, but this is my caveat. I spoke to our old friend D Smack, Mr. David McKinnon, and congratulations, sir, on becoming a father. He had his baby a couple days ago. I talked to him on the phone. He did. I talked to him on the phone. We're going to have him on the show again soon. He's on parental leave right now. But I just want to say congratulations. I was kind of waiting for like a minor league detail to come up so I could bring him up. Yeah. But congratulations, sir, on becoming a father, joining the brotherhood of great fathers that are going to help their kids learn about the game, play the game, and be great at the game. So congratulations, Mr. David McKinnon. Well, we can't wait to see you on the show. And we'll have you on here soon. Hopefully you didn't pass out when the baby came. A lot of dads pass out for some reason. But I hope you kept your cool. And you're good to go, brother. So congratulations, brother. All right.
Yep. And, man, congrats, D-Smack. And now, like Mike Trout said, now you got that daddy power, bro. So maybe a new career high in home runs is coming for you.
Well, he did hit better, and I love that we bring this up every time. He was on the show and then immediately afterward he started smacking.
Yep.
And so talk to us now before the season starts so that we can start smacking from the beginning. What else we got going on? The Twins and the Rangers. Oh my God, bro. Somebody told me Isaiah Kinner for who? And I was like, bro, he's a solid infield player. What do you mean, Isaiah Kinner for who? Like, dude, this guy can ball. But the Twins trade Mitch Garver to the Rangers for a shortstop, Mr. Isaiah Kinner for And I do believe it was actually a tertiary trade that got Keener Falafa to the Twins. Was that right? Because he got traded to like the Blue Jays, and then the Blue Jays immediately traded him out to the Twins the Twins.
You're just jumping all over. He was never on the Blue Jays. So he got traded from the Rangers to the Twins, and then he went from the Twins over to the Yankees.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know.
Here's my. Oh, you're right because I was going to bring up the question. Does that mean Anthony Volpe, the Yankees' #1 shortstop prospect, the guy they're talking about who's going to break it out, the next Jeter? Does that keep him from coming into the majors for the next year, 2, 3 years?
Probably. Is he ready? I saw the stats he put up when the single A team. They weren't even on like double A or triple A or anything. I saw a single A, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So,
well, they're saying his defensive stats are fucking out the door, right? Yeah, but his offense still has A
Well, I
lot
mean, he
to
had
go.
26. I think I saw 26 tanks and 97 RBIs. I just saw the stat today. So I mean, he's legit, but still at the single A. He still
Single
got
A
to make his
level, yeah.
progression.
He's
Still
one of
got to
the
make his progression.
he's actually one of the hottest baseball cards right now to buy as far as a signature and or a like a patch jersey or something like that right now. He's one of the hottest.
Oh, really?
Somebody bought one of his OG rookie prospect cards with a signature and a patch for like $289,000. It was a pristine mint 10. So he's one of those guys that if you can get an autograph from him, and he ends up being the guy they think he's going to be, the next Jeter, quote unquote, then I mean you're gonna make a good investment there. So good luck there.
Interesting, very interesting.
Very
Another
interesting.
team that's doing a lot of selling is the Reds, bro. They traded away Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez to the Mariners for, again, some dudes that I've never really heard much of. Which and Winker let it be known it feels nice to go play for a team who's actually trying to contend. He wasn't shy about it. Now he didn't say like all the Reds.
Well,
don't want to contend.
He's not there anymore. He can let it ride. I mean, they're not the only guys that got traded away. Sonny Gray, Amir Garrett. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
they're just throwing everybody away.
I feel like they're the A's of the National League.
I think we found
one of our guys.
I think we found the bottom feeder team, another bottom feeder team on the national side. One of the three teams that aren't going to make it to the playoffs. So they still have Luis Castillo.
No, Luis Castillo's with
what's the
okay?
What's the name of the pitcher? That Luis something.
I could have sworn they got Luis. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was Castillo, but because Berrios is with the Blue Jays. You're right. Luis Castillo.
Yeah, it's Luis Castillo.
And what's the name still there? What's that dude's name? The first baseman, Joey Votto.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, they have some products there, and they were saying we're not going to trade nobody, and we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, and then they just fucking fire sold that shit. I know the Angels are tied to trying to trade for Luis Castillo, but I don't see it happening. If it happens, it happens, but I don't see it happening. They got to keep somebody there to try and attract somebody over there.
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't heard that them being tied to them, but all right.
You're not obviously paying attention to the Angels' logs.
Yeah, the Angels' logs try to. If they're a legit dude saying they're tied to them, sorry.
Speaking of which, Angels, Dodgers. I'm just gonna caveat my way into that one. The Angels said goodbye to Mr. Mota, and he is now joining the Dodgers broadcast crew. His dad played for the Dodgers, Mr. Manny Mota Sr. Manny Mota Jr. is now one of the commentators for the Dodgers. So congratulations, sir. He commentated for the Angels for a while, and now he's with the Dodgers. So Mr. Manny Mota.
He was a sideline reporter for the Angels.
Yeah, he was in the bullpen, not the bullpen, but the in the trenches, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's good. I like him in that role because he speaks English and Spanish.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's a very good role for him. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to use him in that same kind of role or what.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I have a feeling he might have came over because they might have given him more like screen time type of thing.
Possibly. I know the Angels have revamped their I don't know, hosting, not host jobs, but the broadcasting gigs. They got rid of like 3 or 4 people, and I know Alex Curry ended up going to Fox Sports 1, doing all kinds of other stuff. We ended up getting some other people, so who knows what it's going to look like on the broadcast booth as far as the Angels go. Angels played today against the A's. Joe Adele had a 2-run bomb.
Yeah.
Bottom of the second.
Are you going to live up to the hype?
Hell no. Use this momentum to trade him away to go get another to go get a starting pitcher. Jesus. Oh well.
Trade that man. Trade that
Anything
man.
else that you got going on right now, compa? As far as that you know.
I saw that it was interesting that they were talking about moving Trout out of center field. Joe Madden came out of the media and told everybody that. And then he must have had a talk with Trout the next day, and he was like, "Oh, never mind, just kidding."
Yeah, they were like, maybe we should move Trout into left field and then bring Justin up into the right field, Brandon Marsh as the relief guy, and then Trout was like, "Yeah, I'm not getting out of center field." And they were like, "Yeah, you know what, guys? We're gonna go ahead and keep it the way we had it. Upton in left with Marsh, a little flipperoo there. We're gonna have Adele in right, and we're gonna have Trout in center."
Well, they were talking. You must have been reading blogs again, but that's not how quite it went. They were talking about Brandon Marsh being the outright center fielder, and Trout was just. I mean, I think he should be honest. I know it's the homerisms on you guys coming out, but he's just not that dude defensively anymore. But
begrudgingly agree with you.
Yeah. Now he's earned that right to be like, I'll go when I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So, but
I think he should go to the left, right? Marsh in center, Adele in right, and Upton as a backup.
Yeah, that I would agree with for sure.
I think that's the future of the Angels outfield right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless they trade one of those guys. But then at that point, you slide Upton into the right field. It doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Who do you think in the Dodgers is going to have a breakout season?
I mean, all of those dudes have been all-stars, I believe. So it's kind of hard.
Who do you think is gonna be like, holy crap, he was amazing and he just became outstanding?
Like Cody Bellinger?
Belly? Give me a wild stat that you think he's gonna hit.
I think he'll have numbers comparable to Ohtani.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
do you think
numbers comparable?
Do you think Ohtani goes 30, 10, and 30? 30 home runs,
So.
10 wins, and 30, let's just say doubles or extra base hits.
Extra base hits, yeah, for sure, because that's home runs.
Well, outside of home runs. Doubles, triples, he likes to run.
He likes to run.
Ohtani.
I can see that. I think he'll be low 30 home runs, 10 wins, sure. They're going to need 10 wins if they want to contend out of him.
They're going to need about 15. Yeah.
I don't think he has that kind of energy though, man.
I don't think so either.
Last year, older.
Everybody I keep hearing like, oh, Ohtani's going to fucking kill it, and it's like, bro, he doesn't have. Like, are you kidding me? Every year, and I hate that I have to use you as a reference, right? But every year you get a little bit older. That max out effort is going to shrink down a little bit more every year as you get older. You don't get better as you get older. Your power, everything else starts slowing down and going down. And do I think he's going to hit in the 40s as far as home runs go? I don't think so. 35 home runs, I think, is a good number. I think 11 wins, 11-4, 11-5, right around there, as far as the wins and losses. Because I think they're going to have him at the start of the rotation instead of the back end of the rotation as they had him for half the season last year. As far as extra base hits not being home runs, I still think he hits probably about 30 doubles, 30 between doubles and triples. I think he gets about 30 of them. As far as RBIs go, 105, 100, right, close to 100, because I think only Fletcher is going to be ahead of him. If I'm batting that lineup,
RBIs?
Yeah.
You mean batting ahead of him?
So I think it's gonna be Fletcher, Ohtani, Trout, Rendon or Trout right there, and then everybody else.
I would think it'd be like Rendon at that number 2 slot.
I'd like Rendon at 2, but they haven't statistically put him at 2. They would put Ohtani at 2 to get hit, especially if he's pitching. They want him in that top of the lineup really early.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Fletcher's a good number 1, or on the back end number 9 to get him ready for later on in the innings to have that kind of that player right there. But how are you looking at the Dodgers? What's the Dodgers lineup for you, Artie? Opening day. What's it looking like? What's that monster disruptive lineup that every pitcher is going to fear playing the Dodgers? What's that lineup going to look like?
I'm very curious. I mean, but they do like a righty versus lefty lineup a lot too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I actually want to see it play out. I don't have a lot of predictions yet for it. I like flipping it. I don't like seeing like two lefties together. That's a big thing for me.
Right.
So if I don't see 2 lefties together, that'd be good.
Where do you think Freeman hits?
Oh, he hits in that 3 slot.
What about Muncy?
Muncy will be. That's where it makes it hard because Muncy's a very good number 2. But maybe Freeman goes at that 4 and Muncy at that 2. But then what do? You put Mookie at the 3, Trey at the 1. Very interesting. It'll be very, very interesting.
Who's your leadoff?
Very, very I like Trey. Put your best speed guy up at the top,
Where do you put Mookie?
Like I said, either that 3 slot.
Either that 3 slot or
the leadoff, whichever one.
If you put Trey at the leadoff, where do you put Mookie at 3?
Didn't I just say?
I'm just saying, why not put Mookie at 2?
Because I literally just said Trey Turner at the 1 and Mookie at the 3. And if they don't like Trey at the 1, then Trey goes at the 3.
Okay, who's at 2 then?
At the 1.
Who's at 2?
The same dude that I've been saying, Max Muncy.
Who's at 4?
I just told you. Freddie Freeman.
And number 5.
Or 5 would probably be Will Smith.
6?
That's where it starts getting dangerous.
At some point, I got you. All right, 6.
Yeah. 6. I mean, right now, depends if it's a righty or lefty. Righty or lefty pitching.
Righty.
We got Bellinger.
Lefty.
Turner. Trey Turner.
All right. Who's your number 9 hole?
Probably, what's his name? AJ Pollock.
That's a good 9 hole, though.
It's a very good 9 hole.
Who's your DH going into the Universal DH?
Max Muncy. He's still recovering from the elbow.
All right. Dodgers over under 105.
Win?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's a big number.
Well, you have a big league team. 100. How about that? Over under 100.
Over 100 for sure.
What about 105?
105.
Do they have?
Fine. I'll take over. I just don't know if they have the starting pitcher for it. They really need to keep Trevor Bauer if they want to get that number.
All right. If you told me the Angels over under, I'd give you 65. Over.
Really interesting.
Anything else come up before we get out of here, brother?
Not that I could think of. We talked about all the moves over here. Royals, Twins.
As far as I saw.
Sonny Gray. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, man.
All right.
Good.
For those of you guys in the area, April 2nd, we're going to be at Top Golf, bullshitting, having a good time, swinging, hitting, and drinking. So if you guys are in the area and you see us, say hi. Say what's up. Don't be scared. But yeah, compa, another fucking great week. Another amazing. We're gonna see so much more going on. It was fun to see baseball back on the big screen today. So I can't wait to see the baseball games during the weekend and moving on there and all that other fun jazz. But before we leave, sir, as always, the honor, the pleasure is yours, sir. Let's hear that patented Artie goodbye.
Yeah, let's make sure we're being safe out there, whether you wear your mask or not anymore, because I know a lot of that's gone down. But make sure we're, washing our hands and keeping our safety precautions and whatnot. And hope to see you guys next week.
Absolutely, guys. You guys heard it from the compa right there. Please Be safe. Thank you, as always, guys, for joining us for the weekend. We're here to keep you company. Don't forget to follow us on the social media scene, on Twitter, on Instagram. We're on a bunch of different places, including TikTok, actually. I started posting a couple of things, but if you guys want to reach out to us at the Blown State Podcast at gmail.com. But I digress, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next week. We might be here a little sooner if David, Mr. D-Slam, comes in to talk to us, guys. Once again, congratulations, David. And we'll talk to you guys soon. We love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. And have a great weekend. Bye.